Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim El Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. And I also want to give salutations to my fellow brothers that's laboring in this truth around the four corners of the earth. So I was just watching this video of Davul 7, basically saying how the U.S. dollar is collapsing, and saying that Russia to reduce use of a currency payment systems, and brothers knowing the truth that Russia is Magog and Gog in the scriptures. So ultimately they gonna be the ones that's gonna nuke America with the ICBM missiles, along with the other nations too, like North Korea, Iran. But just gonna play this video, then gonna get some scriptures after it.
Rumble. Now, whether this triggers the markets or the markets trigger the collapse, that's yet to be seen. But I'm here to tell you right now that the stage is fully set for this thing to come crashing down. I know you've heard it for years. You've heard about all the talk of the U.S. dollar crashing this fall, and it never happened. Well, what I've shown you throughout the past couple months is that this whole thing is rigged, that they've been busted rigging it, they're propping it up, they're rigging the precious metals, the gold, the silver, the housing. They've been busted, drug into court, fined, and no one went to jail. And they're still doing this, which means they're still in control of it. And if you look back at history, like the British, they had the tally stick system for over 1,000 years, where they used pieces of wood, these tally sticks. That's where you get the term, got to tally it up. Well, the government came along with a new money system and decided that the tally system had too much war debt attached to it, and they did away with it, and they introduced the paper money system. And when they did this, they went as far as to kick in people's doors and confiscate the tally sticks to enforce this new system. Now, ever since then, we have been on this paper money system, and the dollar has found itself in the exact same position as the tally stick system was back in Britain. It has a massive amount of debt, war debt, all kinds of debt attached to it. So what did they do? They threw away their debt in Britain when they imposed this new money system. And what happened is all of that come crashing.
Yeah, so brothers can watch the rest of that video. But basically just saying that, how they're gonna implement, they're gonna throw an order of chaos. They're gonna try to make a false flag, to usher in the mark of the beast, which they are gonna do, and just gonna get some scriptures real quick. This is Sirach, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Right, that's talking about all these jobs. They're gonna be as you see, the economy is already changing as of right now. You got these stores closing, 99-cent stores closing. You got little businesses going down. Because the price of the dollar is going down. So by the government, the so-called white man Esau, the elites, by them seeing this, they're gonna usher in the RFID chip, which is already here, but soon they're gonna usher in on a full scale, and whoever doesn't take it is gonna be killed. It says verse 4, and the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Right, so people gonna be, it's gonna be a lot of uprising of people. It's the streets gonna be shut down through martial law real soon. When they implement the mark of the beast, RFID chip, it's gonna be sedition among men. People going to people's houses. It's gonna be stealing food. It's gonna be lack of food and water. It's gonna be there's a lot of chaos, man, in the streets. Which is Jacob's trouble. And I'm gonna get Revelation Revelation 13 and 15. It says, and he had power. Now he is so-called white man, Esau, give life to the image. The image is a pagan Roman Empire coming back in a reincarnation. Because if you see that America is all the customs and all the different captivities that the Israelites was in. So what Esau did was throw each, some customs out of each captivity we was in and put it all to one, and to prove that this is a modern day Rome is just by like the Colosseum, the Colosseums and stuff, like the gym, wrestling, track, what else, the where they go and make the laws at and stuff, the judicial system, the taxpayers, all that, goes back to Rome. It says that that the image of the beast is the NATO and the EU. The NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the EU is European Union. Should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So whoever doesn't take the mark of the beast is gonna be killed. Whether you get shot in the streets, you get a bullet to the dome, whether you get your head chopped off by the guillotine, or whether you just die of famine or bread, famine, bread and water, which is food and water. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great. So whether you a celebrity, or whether you, a regular civilian in America, rich and poor, whether you on a you got all that money, you rich, wealthy, or whether you poor, you living on the streets, free and bond, whether you in jail, incarcerated, whether you free, so-called free, to receive a mark in the right hand. Now that word mark is in Greek is charagma, which means an incision and cut, because in order for them to put the chip inside of you, they have to cut through your flesh to put the chip in there. It says, or in their foreheads. That's just symbolic for like, because you got paraplegics that's missing limbs, military veterans and stuff that's missing like legs and arms, so they may get the chip put inside their thigh or their butt cheek or wherever is what's convenient for them, But that doesn't exempt them from getting the judgment, because whoever gets the chips is gonna be destroyed. Mainly the scriptures talking about our people, because the laws were only given to the Israelites, which are so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because the Lord don't care about the other heathen nations. He only care about us, But it's already written that 2/3 of our people will be put to death, and the elect man will be raising up and be saved. It says, here's wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, or it's the number of a man. This number is 603 so 666. So, if you look on the barcode, the number on the end and the middle, the lines on the end and the middle and on the right side, the far right side, are the numbers 666, and that's, everybody knows that's a so-called white man's number he loves to use, But yeah, this is just a quick video based on that, because this economy about to crash real soon. It's gonna be, it's not gonna be no jobs. They're gonna stop putting out exports and imports of food coming into the city, the major cities. So, because the average grocery store can last, I believe, 3 days with food. So, with that being slowed down, it's going to be a lot of people going to be riding for food. They'll be hungry, and, just prepare for that, just start fasting, brothers, if you can, fast every day for at least 8-9 hours or something. I try to eat once a day too, so, pray that this was edifying, So with that, I'm say shalom.